hard on the knees. Aim this down so we can talk to each other. And we're gonna go regular bug in 6 seconds. We're actually plank, hands apart, straight line. And here we go, 30 seconds. This is kind of just the go-to position. "15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5. Push-up position. Down to your right elbow and up. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Come down to your left elbow and up. And up. And up. And up. And up. Take your right hand, swing forward and through, touch the ground. Up and through, up and through, up, 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 through the other way, up, through, 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 up. Back to this position, down to your elbows, right arm goes out, left leg up, bird dog, and hold. And switch, left arm up, right leg out. Reach out, straighten them out. 10 seconds left. And back to plank. And just hold 30 seconds. Hands apart. Butt in line with the shoulders and the hips and the ankles. And rest 30 seconds. Find your side, your favorite side. Side planks next. Stack your feet, one on top of the other. 10 seconds. We're going to rest on the elbow, or you can rest on your hand. Either one works. 3, 2, 1, up. Side plank. Perfect line. Don't let anything sag. At this age, that's impossible. Talking about your muscles. Just hold that. That one pose. 5 seconds. Here comes the hard part. Hip goes down and up, like it's got a string. Up, 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 15, 1, up, 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 and rest. Okay. Shouldn't have had that massive breakfast today. Whew. Okay, we need balance. The other side gets a workout now. 10 seconds. Here we go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hips are up. Side plank. Starting position. Fifteen seconds. Okay, here goes the hip. Ready? Down, up, 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 halfway, up, 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 down. 30 seconds rest. And we're going to go back to the original side for the star. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Leg and arm up. Halfway. And down. Elbow and hand. I find they're equally hard. So do your favorite. You do whatever seems harder. Gonna go last side plank in 5. And up. Halfway. And 30-second rest. Now we get to do the dead bugs for a finale. Okay. This one, important, keep your lower back on the ground. And keep your shoulders up, that'll help your lower back. 5 seconds, legs up. And here we go. This is pretty simple. Just rest your lower back, keep your legs as straight as possible. And if you can, reach for your toes. As long as you got your back flat, we're good. Next up is going to be the heels about 1 foot, 6 inches above the ground, keeping your lower back attached. 30 seconds, legs about 1 foot, arms still up. Legs are back up, arms are a foot above the ground and float them there. Feel stretching your lats back on the floor. Lower back should be on the floor. Legs are straight. Point your heels up at the ceiling. Reach with your right arm to your left leg and lower your right. So it's a diagonal reach. You hold up that leg, you get your lower back down. Switch. Keep your lower back on the ground. Legs straight as possible. If you can. 10 seconds. Heels and toes 6 inches above the ground and reach. Try to lengthen the distance from fingertips to heels. Reach, reach. And we're done. And if you want, just to alleviate some muscle tightness, do the downward dog, which palms flat on the ground, feet like a push-up position, reach up and look up. And do a little semicircle and look up. And hold that. And let go. All right. Alleviate a little tightness. Okay. I am going to go back to share screen. So, this is your list of exercises. Many of you don't have a full set of equipment. So I have offered alternatives to all of these. Squats, you really need to keep your back straight. This can be very dangerous if you don't do it correctly, but it's fantastic and it should be included in every weight program. When you do any squats, if you have weight on your shoulders, if you're experienced, feet should be about shoulder width apart. That stool really helps keep your back straight, your butt extended, and come down to about a sitting position, 45 or 90 degrees, and then back up, keeping a balance in your back. The best way to do that, if you're not an experienced squatter, is to do the goblet squat. And the goblet squat is a weight in the palms of your hands, open palms squeezing together. And what that is, it's just a squat. This almost forces you to keep your back straight because it's nice and balanced. And all you have to do is use that same stool principle and just come down like that. And if you do 12 of them with me, we've got our first exercise. 2, 3, 4, keep going. I'm going to watch you. Okay, Val, watch leaning forward too much. June, that's great. Kim, that looks good. If you can turn to the side, I can see that a little bit more. Liz, yeah, that's perfect. Don't come forward so much. Yeah, Heather, that's good. And you got the stool, that's fantastic. So Val, if you can grab that weight by the sides and hold it vertically instead of horizontally, that may help. Michelle, don't hold it like that. Hold it with the palms of your hands like this, okay? That will keep your back straight and keep you from going forward some. That's better. Now your back is automatically better. Yeah, just like that. Way better. And straighten out, come up, straighten out. Yeah, just about straighten out anyway. That's much better. Your back looks way better when you do that. That's it. Much better form. Your back looks better. Keep doing the goblet squat. Don't do that other thing. Your back gets stressed if you start bending over like this. The only thing you're coming up with is your lower back. You don't want that. Okay. That's Sylvia, that looks good. You've done this before, I can tell. This next exercise is really, really good because it's a deadlift like sometimes we do in the Beast series. For a boat where you need your balance and you need to know where your body weight is, this is an excellent kinesthetic awareness kind of exercise. You can do many variations of this. You can do with one weight in one hand or the opposite hand, or my preferred one is the double weight. So you can take the two weights here, keep your thumb like this rather than grabbing it like this. Keep it kind of loose like a weight. Center yourself on your shoe. Shoes are better than bare feet in this exercise. And what you're going to do is lift one foot off the ground. So you're balanced already like a crane. And then what you're going to do is bend over like that, trying to keep balance on one leg, and then just come straight up. It forces you to lock your knee for one thing. So just bend over like this, straight knee, just like one of those drinking birds. Come down as far as you can, and then come up. As you get better in this, rather than touch the ground, you can try to remain balanced for each of your reps. And as you do that more and more, you'll become better at it. And then it becomes a whole body exercise because you have to balance all the little muscles. All the little balance muscles need to work really hard in order to keep your balance. You need a fairly sturdy pair of shoes. Ballet shoes don't work well with this, although it will even exercise your feet muscles more as you balance. What you want to do is you want to do the reps on each side. So start with the one leg. And just touch if you can for that rep, then switch to the other and do the same. And keep your neck in line. Try to keep that balance. And straighten up as you can fully, Mike. That really exercises everything in your body. Liz, that looks great. And straighten out, Michelle. If the weight's too heavy at the beginning, don't worry about it. Go lighter. This really is a whole body exercise, so it's a better one if you can do it right rather than try and cheat. And Heather, try to keep that leg straight and locked. And then what you're doing is just using your hamstring. Basically, your hamstring is lengthening and tightening. And all the other muscles have to balance it. Kim, that looks great. Keep your back small, the back straight. And this is the warm-up set. Okay. You guys look like you have that pretty well mastered. So here's the next really good one. You ever got some of my workouts up here in Belleville, you might recognize this one too. This is the walking lunge. Same idea, take about the same weight. And what this is doing a forward lunge, almost coming down here, and then taking a step and doing the other one. And taking a step and doing the other one. As it comes forward into the computer. Again, start lighter if you have to. The beauty of this exercise, it's a whole body exercise. And if you're balancing nicely and shifting that weight around in order to do this exercise, so much the better. Don't try and rush it. I mean, I know most of my exercise, I like you to go quick, but this one really is good as an overall body. You'll feel all your muscles kind of have to work as you balance and you walk forward. That number of 12 is for each leg. So you're doing 24 total. Knee comes to the ground. Keep your straight up and down position. Don't lean forward. Very important. When you come up, the whole body comes up. So as we go down here, we come up, and then we take that step. Okay. Okay, well done. Nice. Bench press. There's many ways we talked about doing this. If you don't have a bench, lay on the floor, or use your Swiss ball, or use stairs. It's better on the floor at our age, because if you lie on the floor, you cannot go lower than 90 with your arms. So if you're doing it on the floor, you can't go further than the floor. That saves your shoulder. Don't hit the floor if you're doing it on the floor, but just come down to just about a half an inch above and then push up. You can do it with kettlebells. If you hold them like this, the equivalent weight is much higher, and it's a much more functional whole body exercise because you're balanced, and just push straight up with kettlebells. This is easier if they're too heavy to do that. Same idea though. Push up. Just like that, just like you would a bench press. I like unilateral with dumbbells, but you can do it with a barbell. Unilateral means each arm has to work independently, and there's valuable balance muscles involved. The ultimate functional strength bench press is having one hand, doing it on a Swiss ball, doing it with one arm. So you're lying on the Swiss ball, you have to balance, and then all you do is push up with that. And all your core muscles here need to tighten in order to sustain that weight, that asymmetrical weight load. And then you have to do it, of course, each arm. So if you see the bench press there for 12, you have to do with each arm. So you're doing right now the warm-up. So after you're finished this one, we're going to do the next one. And then we're going to come back to do the bench press. And this time, if you have a heavier weight, if you can use something that adds a little bit of stress, then do that. If you cannot, if you don't have the weight equipment, then add the equivalent amount of reps. Now, this is meant to be an ideal world. So we have a heavier weight to use, but what you need to do is add more stress. So take the reps up if you don't have the weight. And if you're doing the asymmetric, the hand out here is the most ideal. So it's this moving on the floor on your Swiss ball. Yeah, straight out, Michelle, if you can. Because as you add a counterweight way out there, your body needs to compensate. So, seated rows. Yes, if we all had a gym right now, we could do seated rows, which are this. If we can't do seated rows, we need to do something else. Many things you can do. We've talked about one, which is this would be an equivalent row. So put your hand on your knee like this. And what you're going to do is drop a weight just to your knee from the ground. So just like this. Just like that. That's the one way you can do a seated row or compensate for it. The other is, of course, the bench row, which would be getting an elevated bench or chair. Chair works fine. With this, again, to make it a whole body, elevate the other leg opposite the hand, grab the weight and pull up to your chest, keeping your back straight. And because it's unstable, you don't have both legs, it becomes a whole body. So one of those ways will compensate and add that lat pull that we want, be much like the seated row. So if we're doing this, it's very similar to this, but we need a back exercise. So choose your back exercise and let's do 12. If you have to do it one leg at a time, then you need to do both arms. Any of those ways would work and would be good. Keeping your back straight, of course. And if you got your leg up, keep your leg in line with your body, just like you're doing a plank. You can get that weight all the way up to the chest. And I'm okay if you act like it's a little heavy and you're pulling the gas, you're putting the cord on a pull start chainsaw. Michelle, watch. Are you on the ground?
Yes.
If you're on the ground, what I want you to do, I'm going to show you, because I don't know if you saw this originally. It's a kind of a lunge. Okay, so the back and this leg is straight out, and you're pulling it straight up like that. Okay, just like that. Rather than bending over. So your back is nice and straight in line with your hips and your ankle. That's it. Better. Yeah. Only pull it straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, right along your leg. Act as if your leg is that launch line up to your chest, just like that. Yeah. Not back, just up. That would make it more of a, if you're doing this, Michelle, it's more of a tricep. You want it straight up, just involving your back. Just let it hang loose, pull it up. Nope, not to your waist, but to your chest, to your shoulders. Shoulders, further up, straight up, right to your shoulder. Aim at your shoulder with that hand. Okay, Michelle, watch for a second. You see the leg right here? I want you just to pull it straight up. Let it hang, pull it straight up. You're pulling it out here. That changes it to a tricep exercise. You want straight up here. Okay. Less tricep, more lat. You'll lift more weight that way too. Look up. There you go. Better. Yeah, better. There you go. That's it. Just like that. Okay. Shoulder press is going to be a standing shoulder press because that means you've got more muscles involved. You got to balance feet or shoulder width. One of two ways you can do it. Push them both. Do one, then the other. That works. Or if you have a really bad shoulder like me, and it has to be done in a kind of cheating style because it doesn't work any other way, I do them one at a time. And I do them one at a time because I have two shoulders with different strengths. But the whole idea here is you're standing, and that balance as you push is going to tighten your whole body. And if you do it one at a time, you're doing the same kind of idea. Keep your back straight. Don't get a curve in it. Just try to make that arm and the shoulder is what's pushing you up, and straighten out that elbow. Get it to straighten out. Not to lock, but just to make sure that it's completely extended. Save time by doing it this. It's one, and you get both. Either of those work. Your choice. Okay, whenever you see anything like lat pull downs or the rows, these are machine exercise because this workout was meant for machine. But because we know so much, we can do the compensation. So if the other one was the bent over row, which gets the back, then I like to switch to a high row, which gets a different area of the lat. So we've done this before too. Just switch to a high row, straighten out your back, get your elbows up, and take this out up to your chin or your neck as far as your elbows and shoulders will go. So that's just a simple mechanism. Take them up. And if you can do it dynamically, so much the better for us old guys. Safe count is 1 up, 2 down. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. For maximum benefit. Since our sport is quick, we're going to flood those neural pathways with signal. Just bring them straight up here, elbows up, right to the chin, nice straight back. Straighter your back is, the better it is. And that you can do fairly quickly. Tricep extensions. The easiest way to do that, you can do it on the ground, elbows at 90 degrees to your body, and just pull them up like this. Involves just the triceps. If you're going to do it that way, keep your thumbs on the weight like this, because you grab any weight like this, it can lead to tennis or golf or elbow. Try and keep your thumb in line. Okay, so again, the motion is like this. You can also do these standing, just like that. Try to keep your elbow stationary. You can hold it there. If you do it unilaterally, bend over like this, keeping your back straight. and extend it. Can't see me. Bend over like you would be an upright row or in the bent over row, and just hold it where it would naturally be. Bring it up and extend it back, keeping that elbow right in line with your body. That's a donkey kick. All of those isolate the tricep nicely. If you stay standing, it means there's more body involvement as you need to balance. Whole key to any tricep exercise is to make sure you've got your elbow straight and it doesn't move. If you're doing the bent over donkey kick, same idea. Make sure that elbow is in place. Doesn't hurt to use your other arm to make sure it's staying there. That's an isolating exercise, but we use the triceps a lot when we paddle. Oh, not a bad idea to get them involved. As a small muscle group, it's worth an exercise. Always the bicep. I'm just going to switch forward a little bit here, and then we'll go to the forearm stuff. Bicep hammer curls. Since it's the opposite of the tricep, always done straight. That's the hammer curl that we want, because what it does is it isolates the bicep, but also it gets the forearm muscle here, the paddling forearm muscle, which we need involved. So keep your elbow straight. Again, get your thumb out of there if you can, and then lift them this way. Warm up set. Better than doing them both together is alternate. So do this. Okay. That goes with the tricep extensions. Pretty much right on time. We got a couple more to go through. So I've got a couple of shoulder exercises. Last time, I believe we did, for the phase 2, we did the side lift. Now we're going to do the alternating front exercise. So again, it's a shoulder exercise. We need that paddling, strengthen them up before we take them out. Straight to the shoulder level, alternating, keeping the wrist straight, lifting the back of the palm up flat, just like this, alternating, 12 each. Fairly light. Don't overdo it with these shoulder exercises because they're meant to strengthen the rotator cuff. We're not into strength and size with this. We just want to toughen them up for paddling season. Yeah, perfect. You guys are great. You've got that one down. Okay, we haven't done forearm curls yet. So I think we don't do them very much. We don't include them. I'm going to just show you a simple way to do them. Which one have I got specified here? So if you can, roll it down your finger and roll it up, keeping your wrist glued to your knee. That's a forearm curl. And if you do 12 of these, they should be fairly tough. That will be your weight guide. And by the end of 12 of these, you should have enough weight that your forearm gets kind of tired. Just like that. Don't move the wrist off the knee. Just lift up the hand, whole hand at the very end. I believe strengthening will also help your carpal tunnel. Although it's supposed to be just a narrowing of the nerve pathways. Again, with the other hand, just the same. And 12 with each of those. The weight really doesn't have to vary a lot. That just should tire your forearm. I mean, if you find that the weight really drastically decreases the number of reps you can do, you can adjust that too. You can use the same weight for. We don't do a lot of the hammer curls, or we don't do a lot of the forearm stuff. Okay, so how many people have enough weight for the bench press to increase it, say 20%, a variance of 20%? Yeah, not everyone, some people do. Here's a couple of the other ways you can achieve that difficulty besides reps. Like I said, if you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can hold them different positions, and that will increase your difficulty. You can do that. You can do it differently with you can try it with as someone was doing already with a barbell instead of a dumbbell, and then you can add weights on there. That'll increase your difficulty. Try it on a Swiss ball, and that having to balance will increase the difficulty and of that extension as well. So a unilateral on a Swiss ball, you can do the first one regularly on the floor and then try the same weight on a Swiss ball, and that will increase the difficulty. And that way you can get to that kind of equivalent of a heavier weight with less reps. All those things work. Swiss balls are really inexpensive. They're just such a great tool. I use it instead of a weight bench. And I use it as an office chair sometimes. Okay, it's almost 11. If you want to try that on your own, go ahead. We went through all the weights with this weight program. You're only supposed to do about 5 upper body or upper and lower body exercises in one sitting. Do 3 reps of each if you don't have the time to do all 4. It should take you about an hour and a half if you're watching something on TV and you stop for all the interesting parts. But that's kind of the time frame you're looking at if you're doing this correctly. So, I mean, we're almost there. You guys got all the tools now. We're going to be there in a month. We're going to be on the water in a month. And hopefully they're now saying by the end of June, we'll all have our shots, those who want them. So I think that we are looking at a season eventually. So keep your fingers crossed. I know I just had my shot and I'm still alive. So I think we're safe.
Okay.
I haven't grown another head. I'm pretty good so far. So anyway, I think we've got all the things in place, so we're going to have a great season, and we're going to really be anxious, I think, to hit the water, whatever happens, in whatever capacity that we do this. I think we're going to have some fun. It's going to be great to get on the water again. I'm so looking forward to it. The sun is shining, and it just feels like there's potential out there. So any comments, questions? I'm always available all throughout the week because there's nothing else to do. So if you need any information, let me know, or have any questions, or if something doesn't work in the workout, if you have any questions, let me know. If you even just had a really good workout, let me know. It'd be great to hear from you. So there's another week, and soon we'll be out there. Anybody else going for shots? It's now been extended to 60 and above, or was it? Yeah, and above. Everybody can go.
I got ours on Tuesday. We're still alive.
Okay, there you go. You too.
Yep.
Liz, how you feeling?
Yep, good. I have a sore arm where the shot was, that's it. I'm good.
Yeah, I had a sore arm too. I didn't feel great, I'll tell you, for a few days, but getting over that too. Sylvie, you've been done a long time, right? And you're good. See, no one died yet.
Yeah, I'm good.
So,
So it's
better than the alternative.
party now.
We're all in your party. We should all get together and have a COVID shot party or something.
Our son said he watched South Park,
Anything.
and all the seniors got vaccinated, and they were all out partying in the bars, and the young people were all still locked away. And then the young people got all
Locked away.
vaccinated, and they put the old people back in the old folks' home.
Perfect. I'm all for that. Let's go out and party. Anyway, keep in touch, and we'll see you guys next week. We're going to return with some variations for our beast workouts in this last little session. I'm going to mix it all up, so make sure you come with a bottle of water, because things could get fun. All right.
So Conrad,
Take care, guys. Yes.
on your workouts, you have Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, so that's this workout, right? Parts of it?
Yeah.
And then you have Saturday,
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, you have, that's different, is it? Beast 1, Beast 2?
Well, yeah. So the Beast 1 was the upper body, and we did Beast 2 the second session, which was the deadlift row combination along with squats. So that's just varies up that HIIT workout a little bit. I mean, I did this schedule up with the feeling that we're mostly going to be doing those HIIT workouts mostly on the Saturday, but adjust as needed. We have one day of rest in this workout.
Okay.
But I think if you do this workout, Mike, you'll be looking good.
Okay. That'll be
Anything
the
else? And tell me how it goes, Mike. If you have any questions while you're doing it, I'd love to hear how it's working for
Okay. No, that's it. Thanks, Conrad.
you. Okay?
Have a great day.
Okay. Take care, guys.
See you.
Hi, thanks.
You.
Thank you.
Thank you, Conrad.
End meeting. You're welcome. End meeting for all.